is there any point? Like everyone knows about Route 66, but I'll go very, very brief, like super briefly, super briefly. Who is the toughest? Who is the toughest team, dude? Like, what's the fixture? Everyone knows. Don't be an ass and hold here. Just don't do it. Just this is bad, bad, bad. This here, good, very good. What's your team average SR? You're against Yikes, probably the most stacked team in the league with multiple good players, and you're against Team Havoc, some rando team. We played against Yikes many times actually, and it's a fairly even match. Our team's average is 2.8, but I'm like that's taken into consideration before Rich Masters last season. So yeah, we played against Yikes many times over like 4 months. So we know all of them really nice guys, really good guys. Played against them many times. I haven't heard of Havoc. Maybe I know some of them, like some of the guys in the team, but not from the top of my mind. Either way, it's going to be a super fun match, and if I can stream it, I definitely will. Guys, check it out. Overwatch Premiership on Twitch. Yikes are probably the best team, being honest. Come on, bro, don't be like that. I'm gonna easy clap him. Easy clap. Easy clap. I said it. You heard it here first. That'll be a super fun match either way. So if you're free, check it out. Um, I'll actually be able to tell you when the fixtures are. Let me open Discord, and you will know. Hmm. Schedule. All right, so we are playing Happy Squids, whatever that is. 16th of the 9th, 16th of September. Chat at 6 p.m. BST. 6 p.m. BST. And then a super hype game, 30th of September at 3 o'clock, uh, 3 p.m. BST. Super hype. Big hype. But yeah, if you're free on those days, please do check out Overwatch Premiership. Hopefully, if Clive lets me stream, I'll stream the matches from my point of view as well, because I want to go over some um, VOD reviews for myself being in the match. Um, yeah. So as I was saying, like this is absolutely trash. Please don't hold here. Don't be an asshole. Hold here. This is very good. Very good. Um, there's not much to talk about Route 66. It's an interesting map to talk about overall. Like you can go into super specific comps. Like you can literally run so much stuff on here just from the transitioning of how like point one goes to how point two goes with like tons of high ground, tons of high grounds here. So yeah, like you can run dive on one, you can run dive on two, you can run Ryan on one, you can run Ryan on two, you can run Orisa on one, you can run Orisa on two, attack, defense, whatever. Like that's why Route 66 is one of those maps. It's super exciting to watch for me personally. I really like watching Route 66 matches because anything goes. You can even have a Sombra. We do super dominant on these particular two stages of the map. Um, again, Hanzo's dominant. Uh, more longer range heroes, but at the same time, Trace is still very, very valid for A, for B, so for point two. Genji's still very valid for point two, and just to deny the Widow sideline. So it's super interesting to talk about in depth, but I don't want to break it down that much. Dallas is the best team, Kappa. Dude, Dallas is the best team. Burn blue, burn blue. Dallas fan, dude. And then we move into point three, which is absolutely crazy, right? But let me finish on two really quickly, just for holds. Like holding high ground's good, holding low ground's good. In all honesty, um, you don't want to take a fight before that anywhere in this particular area here, because it a, attackers actually in some respects it favors the attackers in some in a weird kind of way. Um, so like this is like across all the way in here is bad. But if you position yourselves good, you set up your position well on the bridge or underneath the bridge. I both are valid, both are really good. If we're moving forward, to be fair, at this point, like I see, that's why like setting up a good positions for streets, because this happened to me yesterday, is super important. Because if you win this team fight, you can reset and go again. If you lose this team fight, there's like so little time for you to get set up again. Because really, yeah, by this point, car's gonna be like here already. So, what's the subject right now? Your update. So your update. We're just talking about Route 66 setups. Attack and defense, but mostly defense. I'm just saying for Route 66, point A and 2, so many compositions available, just because of the map geometry. Let's go with geometry. Um, Obviously, some heroes are still very, very dominant, but overall, you can run dive, you can run Ryan, you can run Orisa as a main tank, whichever. So, but then as we transition into stage 3 of the map, this is where it becomes more of a Ryan favorable and Orisa favorable place or particular stage, because in dive even though there is lots of cover, each, all cover is utilized by both teams, even if they are not. Um, so from a Ryan perspective, always hold this particular corner here. Shield this way, not that way. That'll be stupid. This way. Um, because you're gonna have enough time to contest again. If you lose this team fight and the card goes to here, you'll have enough time to recontest this cover here, or I'd say yeah, that's pretty much give or take. As a 6, you can definitely go here, and you got the spawn advantage, and you got time to change heroes. Um, if you win this team fight, this is still a great place to hold and carry on holding here, just because of said matter. You can retreat to this particular corner here, but it's not great. Just in the respects of it gives your DPS less, enable your DPS less, and you put your supports at more risk. Because obviously, if the red team takes high ground, of any DPS takes high ground here, they got free fire on the whole end of the map. And the Ryan is here, and let's just move the payload up to this point. Hey, there we go. Look at that, perfect. Um, so this is a less favorable place to hold, like right here. It's definitely better to go here, and if you have to hold here, you should transition back to cover, because utilization of cover is something that's very underrated um, in this particular scenario. Give me a second. Someone's knocking on my door, I think. So sorry, chat. Bear with me 1 second. I am back, chat. Fuck. That was the delivery driver, delivery next door. By the time I got downstairs, he was already gone. So, whatever. Why corners though? I mean, if five people stand in front of you, you can't see. You can't see and shit. As a DPS, is that question based as a DPS? Because if you're a DPS and you stand behind the Ryan shield, especially if you're like a Hanzo or a Widow, you shouldn't, unless there's a specific reason why you should. Because from corners you can peek. Wrong color. From corners you can peek out. If you're standing here in the open, you ain't got no fucking way to go. You're just screwed, dude. You're just fucked. Because you can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go back. And you're gonna start fucking free firing on you. So corners as a Brian or a Riss, like Riss is slightly different, but she still should utilize corners as much as she can, or cover, should I say? Not corners, but cover. Obviously, like dive's completely different because dive you can flank all the way here, you can flank from inside, you can hit the truck and hit dive the enemy or whatever. So, um, but in the basic terms, if you're a DPS, you should definitely take different angle to your other DPS. So if you got, let's say the Hands is behind the Ryan shield, and you have a Widow, she should be at a different angle. I think yeah, stairs, so she'll be like here. Poof. So in fact, you are actually creating a what we call it a crossfire. Yes, very good. Um, that's why crossfire is so important in FPSs. Because people like if you're Orion, which way do I turn? You don't know, right? Because you can't cover both. You can't split your shield in two. Go like, go with me, guys. I got you. I got you. There's actually a better demonstration of Crossfire that I've mentioned back on King's Row Point A, but what I'll do is upload, like I said again, I'll upload this video to YouTube so everyone has access to it, and hopefully it does help someone. So, eh, eh, eh. What do you do with dive comp or without shields? Okay, good question. In this particular scenario, so if you run in dive and defense, it's very important for you to be in a favorable position. What would you run with dive? Mercy Zen. Zen. Let's say you go to Tracer. Do you run again? Yeah, let's go full dive. Let's go full dive. So as a Tracer, you're probably flanking inside and this way, or you're flanking around there. I'm just going to do this as option one or whatever. Genji's probably going to be hiding here, ready to jump. There are people on cart here. I'm going to put them in pink. People on cart. Yeah, Winston and D.Va playing here. They're ready to jump. You still play corners. That's why another reason you play corners, because without a shield, you definitely have to play corners. Um, Zen's probably going to be further back. If they go if the enemy team is running dive, Zen's going to be further back or play with his team, one of the two. So he's either going to be close to spawn, so he can hide in spawn, or he's going to play sidelines Discord. So Discord targets, so you Winston, D.Va, and Tracer and Genji jump in essentially, um, or Winston, Tracer, Genji. So there's different dives. There is either there's a 4-2 dive. There's a 3-3 dive. There's the 2-4 dive. Um, yeah, yeah, 3-3, 4-2, and 2-4. Yeah, those are essentially two dives. Okay. I'll break each one. I'll break each one into one by one. Let's say the simplest and easiest way to explain this. What? Banana, na, 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 na. What is this? Stat banana. Stat banana. Right here. Stat banana. And it's Theory Thursday. You see it on the. You know what? That's cool. Because this is going to YouTube. I am. I'm not. I'm not commenting on that. Easiest way to explain the 3-3-4-2 and 2-4 dive. Let's say, forget about the whole enemy team. It's just Zen, and he's your target to dive. At this point, and this is going in the perfect way. In a perfect world, Zen discords this Zen. Right, so there is a discord on him. I'm gonna make it pink. Discord. Ah, right here. So a 3-3 dive is, in this particular instance, would be Winston jumping in, Tracer going from this way. So I'll actually show it for you so you understand it better. With arrow keys. Winston dives in, Genji dives in, and Tracer goes in. This is a 3-3 dive, and the reason for that is because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're drinking out of a Pepsi bottle? Pepsi. Pepsi. God damn, get it right. Oh, unless it feels bad. Go talk to people. Go be like, hey guys, I'm a shoe for fun for life. Hello. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So this is a 3-3 dive because essentially this is broken down into 3. I can't spell with mouse. Difficult. This is a 3-3 dive because 3 are aggressive, 3 are defensive. For whatever reason, Diva's going to sit back with the Zen and protect the Mercy. Easy clap. Okay? Now, let's rewind and rewind this back. A 4-2 dive. I should have let the word dive on. I have to do it again. God damn. There we go. People, if you don't know how difficult it is to write with a mouse, it's difficult. 4-2 dive. A 4-2 dive constitutes of exactly the same thing. It's 4 being aggressive, 2 being defensive. So um, you got the Winston jumping in, Diva following him, and she's gonna do that with DM. And this is a Bibble, and this is the target. And then from out of nowhere, you got the Genji and the Tracer. Simple, right? Now, let's talk about the other way around. A 2-4 dive. Oh, no, that's not Eraser. This is Eraser. A 2-4 dive is when. Now, this is optional, this is dependent on compositions, and this is less likely. But in this particular scenario, it's probably. It can work either way. It can really, really, really work either way. I'm just going to take this out just for the matter of understanding. So, it's either. I'm going to make it this simple. So, 2-4 dive is 2 being aggressive, 4 being defensive. But a 2-4 dive can constitute of Winston Genji. It could be the other way around. It could be Tracer Genji. Tracer Winston, sorry. Just so used to like season 5 comp names. Sorry. Um, maybe Winston Diva for whatever reason. I don't know. but generally it's always like a DPS rolling up on the Winston. 2-4 dive is very, very rare and only in certain situations. Like if you have instead of a Genji, you have a let's just say you got a fucking Brigitte, right? Fuck it, whatever. There you go. 2-4 dive. It's that simple. 2 aggressive, 4 defensive. 4-2, 4 aggressive, 2 defensive. 3-3, 3 aggressive, 3 defensive. It's really simple, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. Um, and that's Route 66. Boof. Boof. Simple. Um, wow. 1 hour 44 chat. 1 hour 44. You know what? I'm gonna do it in threes. If people enjoy this kind of content and they like the kind of stuff I'm showing to them, which is very basic and very simple, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do by threes. So we've covered Junkertown, Kings Row, and Route 66. If anyone's got any questions on YouTube or right now, I'm gonna go more into detail with them next video. Um, but yeah, essentially, unless you guys want me to do another map. Do you want to do how many maps we've got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 18 divided by 3, 6 weeks. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. We'll go again. We'll go again. We'll go again. Um,